further, Senator King, you are now recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Admiral, congratulations, and thanks to you and your family for your commitment to this country and for your willingness to step into this very important role. First, I want to convey some congratulations through you to your mates in the Navy for the incredible performance of the Navy in the Red Sea. I have to mention at least one of those vessels was a Bath-built destroyer, but the performance, I've had multiple briefings, was really extraordinary and reacted to a difficult situation extremely well. So if you would please convey the congratulations and thanks of this committee and the Congress for that bit of bravery, courage, and military technology and manpower. It was a great effort. Thank you.
Senator, I will pass that.
I also, on a parenthetical, want to thank you and thank the Navy for sending ships to Maine. And I want to emphasize why that's important. We were talking about recruiting. One of the problems in our country today is that we've closed so many bases that young people don't see people in uniform anymore. So having a ship at the Rockland Lobster Festival or the Eastport 4th of July Parade, or I'm sure other coastal communities in this country, makes a difference in showing the flag, if you will. And I hope you will continue that practice because, again, I think it fits into the recruiting effort, but it also just notifies our citizens of the importance of the Navy and what you're able to project.
Well, thank you, Senator. I completely agree with that. Thank you for the time we got to spend together. Thank you for what Maine gives the Navy. From the top at Cutler, at our fixed submarine broadcast site, all the way down to the bottom to the disputed location of Portsmouth Naval Shipyard.
Aren't you a diplomat?
But thank you, sir.
Senator Shaheen isn't here. You can say it's in Maine. Well, I really appreciate that. Now, one of your important roles as CNO is as a military advisor to the president. And it's critically important throughout history, and at this time as any other time in history, that you be willing to give your best military advice regardless of the preferences of the president. This is a famously strong-willed president. Are you willing to give the president advice he may not want to hear based upon your best military analysis?
Senator, I am absolutely ready to do that. I think it's an obligation. I've sworn an oath to do that, and if confirmed, I will do that with my utmost ability.
I appreciate that. That's you may be tested on that, but that's exactly the attitude. Otherwise, we're not serving the president well or the country well. We talked about industrial base. It was touched upon. One of the things that's missing, and it has been missing, and this isn't on your watch, is the 30-year shipbuilding plan. We always talk about the industrial base. One of the things the industrial base needs is a consistent demand signal. And part of that is a 30-year shipbuilding plan that says to the private sector, here are the ships we're planning to build, here's the schedule, here's what we're looking for in terms of the modern Navy. I hope that can be one of the things you attend to on your watch is producing that overdue 30-year shipbuilding plan.
Well, Senator, I often joke in my office a bit that you can't change a 30-year shipbuilding plan every year. That's called a one-year shipbuilding plan.
And that's what we've had.
Yes, sir. And so changing year 31 is okay, but not year one. But, sir, you have my complete commitment on that. And I'm a big fan of multi-year procurement, incremental funding, multi-ship buy, anything that can stabilize our precious private and public shipyard workforce with clear planning demand signal, I'm an advocate for.
Well, that's absolutely a very important observation, and it's, as you say, the consistent demand signal. It allows the shipbuilding community to hire and maintain their workforce. We can't have troughs in terms of the demand. You and I talked in my office about the issue of availability. And my observation has been if Carnival Cruise Line had the same availability level as the U.S. Navy, they'd be out of business. Now, I know there's a lot more complicated ships, but we can do better than 50 or 60% availability. I hope you agree.
Sir, I agree. When I was at Miami Fleet Week, I had the opportunity when I was there to meet with the Norwegian Cruise Line executives. I know we're also working with Carnival. we need a better approach to how we're doing maintenance, and learning from the best in the world certainly should be on the table. So I'm committed to learning from them. The ship classes are different, of course, but the practices of how they prepare for their availabilities, I think, is ripe for us to learn from.
Thank you. Final question, and I'm out of time, but I hope you will pay attention to the subject of directed energy, which I think is a very important capability. It's a directed energy shot is a lot cheaper than a $4 million missile. So the budget, the prior administration grossly underfunded directed energy. I hope that's something you will look at carefully and support, because I think that's the future of naval warfare.
Senator, my master's degree from the Naval Postgraduate School back in 1990 through 92 was in directed energy. My thesis is on high-powered lasers. I've not seen the Navy do an adequate amount of effort translating the research and development into shipboard use. We have the one instantiation on Preble. It's not enough, and I can agree with you that if confirmed, I will make that a priority, because it is the infinite magazine, if you will, especially against certain targets.
Thank you, Admiral. You just got my vote.
Thank you, sir.